I usually do to find a color palette is I'll go on colorhunt.co. There's so many other sites as well as like Adobe Color, and you can even just go take a picture and use that to build color palettes. But I like this one because it's really handy and it's really quick, and they give you some nice interesting color palettes. A lot of them are bright, but you can see there's a mixture and variety of different ones. So you can see what I usually do. If you just put your mouse over it, you can get these hex codes, and what I actually do is I'll screenshot all the colors and then I'll go take it in. So I'm just going to screenshot these colors here, and I'll go into Illustrator, and you can see I've already got the color palettes here, so which I've already built out. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Control Shift and P to paste. I'll go to downloads and then get that screenshot, and what I'll do, I'll just drag this in like this, and then I'm just going to lock this by pressing Control 2. And what you can do is do this faster way. You press I for the eyedropper tool. It's also located on the left here, as you can see that. And I'm going to just left click on that, and you can see that it's added the color to my fill. You could also have your swatches panel on the right here. You see it's there. And what I can actually do, I'm just going to make a shape, and it's going to have that color there. I'm going to hold Alt and Shift and just drag these colors down like this. And then I'll press Control D to duplicate. And what I'll do is click the shape I want, get the eyedropper tool, and then select these other colors. This is the fastest way to build palettes, and it's a lot quicker than copying the hex codes and like you double clicking and then you see copying it here. You can just go like this, select all these new objects and all with the colors, and then if you go to swatches panel, you see you got this nice folder here on the bottom right. You just click that and then name it whatever you want, hot colors, and then tick the bottom box and then make sure it says convert process to global and include swatches for tints. So the reason why I want to do this is we want to have global colors. So you can see a global swatch will have a white tag on the right bottom. That means if you have multiple objects within your document, so for example, if I just create a few shapes here and then I select this red, if I double click on this red swatch that we just made, and if I start adjusting it, I'm going to press preview. It's going to edit every object with that same color. So you can see now all the objects are changing to this new color that I'm making. So maybe I want a darker red, a bit muddy red, like that, even maroon color. And then I can just press OK. And now it's going to change that whole color swatch back to that one we just changed it to. And it's going to affect all these objects in our artwork. So this is just a quick way to build some color palettes out. I recommend finding some cool palettes, maybe some browns and oranges for a warm palette, and then, experiment with other palettes like, cool blues, even purples, pinks, or bright yellows. Play around, experiment with a few different ones so we can build some cool landscapes.